Welcome back. So I wanted to talk to you today about forecasting on equity index futures charts because they seem to be all over the place these days, especially since the war broke out in Ukraine in February. The thing is, if you know how to forecast, whether it's my simplest methods I teach in loss forecasting or the advanced ones I'm just getting ready to share with new students this spring, you can really hone in on areas of opportunity in these markets. Now, I'm going to focus in on the ES futures because that's my baby that I've been trading, analyzing, studying for over 22 years now. So today is Monday, March 21st, and let's dive in. Important reminder before we get to the charts that trading and investing is extremely risky business. Therefore, it's your responsibility to evaluate any information, opinion, advice, or other content contained in this video. All right, so I've brought you to a daily chart of the current front month of the E-mini S&P 500 contract. So it's the June front month. Now, you may look at this and say, hey, this isn't where the chart is now. There's a lot more to it. I know. I'm going to walk you through it, okay? So whether you look at it every day like I do, or you're looking at it for the first time, we'll get a feel for what's going on. Then I'll show you my next forecast. So I actually want to point out how we have been weakening since January 4th. You can see the RSI power zones, my favorite momentum indicator, have also been weakening since that time. And most recently, in February, we had a high form into February 10th, for which I did have a forecast. And I showed traders recently how using my advanced forecasting techniques, I honed in on that date and that price. Then the market traded lower, and as you can see, right into the day the invasion of Ukraine started was February 24th. Market pushed lower that morning here in the US time zones, then traded higher and started to recover higher from there. So I'm just going to reveal a bar for you at a time and bring us to our current date. So you can see that we had a confirmation of that low by the closing price being above the day of the turn in the market. An inside bar, a little bit of consolidation, then a little bit of a correction lower, but then still hanging out in that February 24th range. Now notice something. Before we even get to the forecasts, notice how the RSI power zones, if you drew trend lines on the peaks that were lowering and the troughs that were forming higher and higher, it was really helpful to get you ready for this peak around March 2nd and this trough around March 8th, right? So when you see momentum indicators kind of coiling or churning or getting really tight like this, it's really helpful to put boundaries on them, just like you would on price action that's coiling or churning or getting tight. Now from here, we had really volatile sessions. We had an inside bar, then we had an outside bar, and there were intraday moves that would be providing you opportunities to trade, but from a swing perspective, definitely a little bit choppy. And then things started to stabilize. And then here we are with the current price action. Today so far, and we're almost an hour out from the close, a bit of a down day. However, you can see that since March 15th, we have posted daily higher lows. So what's next? Well, this is a situation in which my usual forecasting methods, my simplest methods, again, the ones I teach in loss forecasting, would only take you so far. Either I'd have to go to the intraday charts, or I would have really not accurately drawn forecasts on the daily time frame. Reasons being that cycles change and they expand and they shrink. And again, I'm going to be getting into that with new students of advanced loss forecasting soon. I do want to share with you, the whole tribe, the forecast I now have that I'm operating off of. Now, the forecast is sitting out there in time. Don't go trading it all on its own. If you want guidance on how to trade the E-mini S&P 500 futures, following me as I watch it unfold towards the forecast, that is in my Skinny in the Markets, more commonly known as the Skinny on the Mini. So coming back to the charts here, I'm going to show you what the forecast is. Now, forecast, if you've never heard of that before, is a meeting of price and time on the chart. So here we have time, right, across the bottom axis, and here we have price. So I've laid it out for you here. That little pink intersection you see, that is identifying the resulting forecast. Now, how I did the forecast, whether it hits or misses, how I did the forecast, I'll dive deep into with my advanced loss forecasting students again in upcoming sessions soon. But this has been helping me navigating my trading even this morning. So this morning, if we take this down to an intraday time frame, which I'll show you in a moment, this helped me to continue to look for long opportunities in the market and stay on that side. So again, this is the resulting forecast, and I'll give you the ballpark. It's around $4,500 for the price, and it's for April 1st. So April 1st is not this coming Friday, but the following Friday. So there's a lot of time in terms of trading days between now and that date. Also, forecasts aren't necessarily, run to in a straight shot, right? Markets move up and down. They have squiggles and wiggles, right? They don't just go straight in one direction. So there may be meandering along the way to this target, which is why it's even more important to follow that analysis in my Skinny on the Mini. It's about 4,500 April 1st, and make sure you join me in the Skinny on the Mini to stay on top of my daily report, staying on top of exactly how we're moving toward that forecast or not. And definitely consider joining me in the Advanced Loss Forecasting Trading System. I'm really excited to start teaching it. Classes start live next week. Now remember to subscribe, like, follow, and comment. Let me know in the comments below what more you'd like to learn about. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Catch you next time. You can sign up at the link to get my hot, timely, actionable updates as soon as I publish right to your inbox.